This is Austin St. John, Jason, the original Red Ranger. You are watching the Morphin Network.
This Morphin Network video is sponsored by Ranger Stop Convention and Ranger Stop and Pop. Have you ever wanted to see all your favorite Power Rangers together in one epic convention? Go to Ranger Stop! Ranger Stop and Pop. March 5th to the 7th, 2021. Atlanta, Georgia. Ranger Stop 8. November 11th to the 14th, 2021. Orlando, Florida. Get your tickets now.
No. That's not a sword. That's not a sword.
That's not the way anymore.
No. You want to know what it is? I want to thank you, Mike, for getting me this, dude. Thank you so much.
Merry Christmas.
I didn't know when you got this. I didn't know that you actually got this from me. So I know you bought me Memory of Heroes. I didn't think you were actually gonna get me freaking Kamen Rider Buster's giant Buster sword. So that was cool. Number one. Number two, this is my conviction to you. Anyway, what is up, everyone? Leo, aka Psycho Fox, Mike, aka TRZ, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Rider Time Podcast. Henshin, my boys. And today we are talking about episode 14 of Kamen Rider Saber. And if you guys follow me on Twitter, you already know how I feel about this episode. This episode was amazing. This is like after I know I gave last week's episode 7 out of 10. Okay, I know some people were upset about it, but this one bounced back, and I like it. It was awesome from beginning to end, and I'm just gonna say this right now. Get ready for all the Dragon Ball Z references, because this is going to be a Dragon Ball Z reference-heavy episode of the Rider Time Podcast. But what did you think? Mike, what did you think about this episode?
Well, this was definitely a Dragon... Well, actually, this episode was not so much of a Dragon Ball Z episode as much as it was a Digimon Digital Monsters episode.
This was... If you took Dragon Ball and Digimon and freaking Beast Wars and threw them together, this was today's episode of Saber. But
just put them in a blender, hit frappe, and then I drink your milkshake.
But without further ado, because let's just get started. So, Tassel is back to narrating the story. Because apparently, everything that was going on with him coming down and watching Toma have to carry freaking Kento, Edgelord Kento, there was no point. Because for some reason, Tassel is back to narrating, and now he's crying, recapping that Kento's dead. He ain't coming back. Kayfabe, he'll be coming back as Caliber. And likely I have a good idea on when he's coming back. But he's dead. And as Destro or Desestro, Desta comes to grab Caliber's sword, Caliber comes back. He is back from the dead, just like one bounty hunter. And the quarterback is toast.
I'm glad you finally saw that episode of The Mandalorian, because I've been holding in that joke for so long. Like, when I first saw it, like, I'm like, back from the dead, you jerks. Because, again, kids are watching this.
Yeah.
Looks like Bubba got himself a lightsaber. Lightsaber. Red and blue. As I make when you put them together. Purple rain. Purple Rain.
Okay, I'm done. Anyways, and so everyone,
Quarterback is toast.
and so everyone is now. We get back to the logos. Everyone's sad because Kento's dead. He died in Toma's arms, and everyone's going through it, including Ren, because Ren is the baby of the group. But Toma, being our protag, is like, look, we still have a job to do, and if we don't want Kento's death to be in vain, then we gotta start working together. Mm-hmm. And so he hands Ogami the Hedgehog Wonder Ride book. He gives Ren the Triceratops Cerebus.
Triceratops, which is what's it called, Japanese for tri-headed Cerberus.
Yes, and he keeps the lamp
Aladdin.
Right. Yes, and so they go into town because May's like, okay, what do we do now? Like, well, and Ogami's like, look, it's simple. We gotta take out these pillars and take out that dang on book, because the fire ring around the book that we saw in last week's episode didn't destroy the book. In fact, the giant book in the sky. In fact, it's keeping whatever Caliber is trying to unleash out of it at bay. But they have to take out Caliber first. So everyone goes down to fight Caliber. And we also see this. Yes, cinematic henshins are back. And Toma becomes both Espada and Saber at the same time. And they fight Caliber.
I still stand by what I wanted to see back in episode 2. Where you got the dragon, you got the lion, and you got the lamp.
Yeah.
Which goes back to legend, animal, story.
I have no idea what you're trying to reference, but okay.
The thing I noticed
just
3 episodes ago.
Just continue. Go ahead.
Right. Meanwhile, Rintaro has to stay behind because he's clearly outmatched, and so he puts 4 books into an easy bake oven.
Yeah, it was an easy bake oven.
Yeah, because pretty much Rintaro and May were just like kicking back, like waiting for his new Wonder Ride book to finish baking. I'm
surprised May didn't try to make her move on Rintaro
during this time. And it's like, yeah, she'd be like, we could be eating eclairs right now, but let's not. And yes, eclairs could be a euphemism, but it isn't.
Anyways, continue though.
Yeah, so they head out towards the center of the where the book white book would normally be, and of course you got the 3 riders. They come across the 3 Mages, who earlier, by the way, were arguing about, like, why is it taking so long for the book to open? Like, we got to do something about this. Don't worry, it'll happen. We just got to be patient. I'm not down with that. I'm not down with being patient. I want to kill that blue dude.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, real quick, this is what Toma looked like with the Espada sword. So there you go.
So naturally, Toma transforms into that form. Meanwhile, the other 2 fight 2 of the other Magids, and then out of nowhere, freaking Caliber shows up, and they're like, "Caliber, you're still alive. This is for killing Kento and his dad." And I still believe that Kento is somehow inside Caliber. The way he's talking, it sounds like he's still Daichi, but I'm pretty sure that's actually Kento, and somehow they have a combined memory, like Titan shifters from Attack on Titan. By the way, watch the fights.
Yeah. Anyway, and then we get these scenes where you have Toma and Ren fighting Caliber. And here, matter of fact, let me take this thing off real quick. And we're talking about carrying Kento's conviction. Keep that in mind. Chekhov's gun, Kento's conviction, because we're gonna come back to it. because it's referenced so many times throughout this episode, and likely that's going to be referenced next episode. I don't know. But Chekhov's gun. They're talking about Kento's convictions. They're all fighting Caliber. In fact, I think maybe the showrunners heard me, because we also get a scene where we have Ogami fighting Caliber. And Ogami, because him and Mr. Daichi, they go way back because they was homies back in the day.
Yeah.
They go at it. And of course Caliber just washes him, but they all use all of Kento's magic books, and they attack Caliber. And when Caliber's back against the wall, then we get these fools. These fools come back. You got Zeus, you got the other dude, and you got the other two dudes.
Legenial and Storius.
Yeah. So you got all these fools coming back, and then they all like 3v3, like nah. You see, that'd been too easy. The plot would have been done after that. Nah, man, you got to face all of us. And matter of fact, Tetsuo comes in and tries to fight Caliber as well. And of course, Tetsuo knew Caliber before he became Caliber. So that's the thing. So everyone is fighting Caliber for their own reasons. Oh, by the way, we had a flashback of Ren training with Edgelord Kento and stuff, but that's not important.
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
But one thing I do like is that you got Toma using the dragon and Aladdin fighting against Caliber single-handedly while using the two swords at the same time.
Yes.
And then, oh my God! Look at Kirito. He's got so many swords. I can't count them.
Oh my God.
There's two, Bob. He's got two. And then meanwhile the other 3v3 go fight inside the warehouse. And I love how at this point, the three of them triangulate, they form a triangle, and of course SVD reference, no one gets inside. And the three of them basically rotate their Wonder Ride books where what's his name? Oguma.
Yeah.
Oguma has the rock band. And Kenzan has the the Jack and the Beanstalk, and of course Tetsuo has the Three Little Pigs.
Yes.
Yeah, Three Little Pigs. And it's cool. We're rotating books, and I remember this was a thing back in episodes 3 and 4, where Oguma gave where Oguma gave Toma the hedgehog thing, but it's actually Kento who gave it to Oguma. So I like that we're doing that whole trading off thing, even though we all know we all prefer the single color thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so they all start using their respective books, including Tetsuo, who during his fight with Homeboy, who was able to multiply himself, he used the Three Little Pigs book to pretty much copy Bushido Jitsu himself. Or this
is clearly a nod to Kamen Rider Knight from Kamen Rider Ryuki. Chekhov's gun to the podcast.
The two vent. Two vent. Or in the case of Dragon Ball, it's that scene where Tien fights Jice and Berter, and he splits himself into two parts and stuff like that. There you go. There's your Dragon Ball reference for tonight, people.
Yeah,
first one.
Yeah, or he could be Kamen Rider Decade. Attack Raido. Illusion.
Yeah, and so they all fight their guys respectively. Meanwhile, Toma tries to go Super Saiyan, and he does at some point. You think he's gonna beat Caliber, but he doesn't. Caliber just gets back up. Meanwhile, the book is done with Rentaro. Rentaro gets the big book, which we'll show in a minute, and gets a big book, and him and May go off because May is his Yamcha to her, is his Bulma is her Yamcha.
I would say she's the Chaozu to his Tien.
No, that's hit. No, Chi-Chi to his Goku.
She's the Bulma to his Vegeta.
No, Android 18 to his Krillin.
Yes.
There you go. Relationship goals right there. Anyways, so Caliber actually gets an advantage on Toma and actually beats him and knocks out the lamp genie out of his belt. And so he still tries to 1v3 because everyone like got knocked down and he's trying to fight the rest of the NSYNC Demon Squad and Caliber.
The Magids.
Yeah, the Magids. And then all of a sudden, my boy Rentaro pulls up with his big book, the King Lion Daisenki Wonder Ride book. Just like Toma when he had the Dronic Dragon book.
Dragonic Knight.
My boy Rentaro got his own and went complete Super Saiyan. King Lion Daisuke, with May being the best hype girl that he needs right now. And I'm just gonna say it's
I love the different expressions she makes. Like she's got the heart, she's got like the lion claws.
Yeah.
She does a skip. As you see that screenshot.
Like I'll get the screenshot in a minute. I can get the screenshot. Hold on. But you can continue from here. Go ahead.
Right. So of course,
talk about the freaking final events. Go ahead.
Right. So this has not been focused as much when Toma went Draconic Knight, but they both have like this visor on their wrist that kind of reminds me of Drag Visor from Ryuki because, and it's even more so the case here because the first thing he does is he puts the three Kanto's books into its mouth. Lamp to Aladdin. Quillbolt Hedgehog. I'm still gonna call it Quillbolt Hedgehog because Yu-Gi-Oh reference. And Triceraberus. All match. Giga Scan Charge. There's your O's reference. And so like that powers him up, and of course he's washing it against his enemies, against like all three of the Magids, and it's just glorious. But wait, there's more. So like when he slams down on this one button at the top of the book, it makes a page flip over, which causes him to turn into an actual lion. It's like where Garurumon digivolved into Metal Garurumon.
Dude, it was like his Super Saiyan. When he went Super Saiyan, he legit just turned into a big ass robotic lion. We didn't even talk about the guns mounted on his back too. This man, he's looking like friggin' War Machine from Iron Man. And I have no problem with it. You know I have no problem because War Machine's one of my favorite characters in Marvel. Mm-hmm. So you already know how I felt about that. And not only does he wash the Magids, he then shoots a friggin' unibeam into the Black Pillar.
Actually, I came up with a better comparison for Rintaro.
Okay.
Loamon and Jaeger Loamon from Digimon Frontier.
Yes.
Because here he actually is a lion. Like he's an anthropomorphic lion dude who turns into an actual lion. And he's got a saber in his human form and cannons in his beast form. Just like in Digimon.
Oh my god. And so Caliber goes into the book and Toma follows him through it, and that is the end of the episode right there.
Things were so intense in the second half of the episode.
Like I have a love-hate relationship with the whole idea of like, because you know how I am. The whole power of friendship crap that they keep trying to pull on us, like it's a friggin' shonen jump. You know how I feel about that. I'm not the biggest fan of that.
Overplayed, overused.
But this episode, it was not overplayed. They did it a little bit, and that was fine. Last week's episode, they did it way too much. And I ain't like that. This time, it's like they're like, we're gonna do it a little bit here, a little bit there, where it makes sense, and I like that because why? It talks about Kento's conviction.
Yeah, see, it's like I always said, content, context, nuance. Like you can't just throw out friendship and just like, friendship is the greatest power in the world. Nothing can defeat the friendly power of friendly friendship. No. It's like you can have discussion about friendship, but the thing is, you have to do it when it's most appropriate and in appropriate increments. This is actually one of the reasons why I think O's is such a great season because they subvert it, but in a way where it has a payoff towards the end. And heck, even in Kamen Rider Forza, literally the main character's role, like his catchphrase is, "I'm going to be best friends with everyone in this entire school." But the thing is, and while his talk of friendship does seem like excessive at first, there is a payoff to it because, spoiler alert, he defeats the main villain by using his secret handshake.
Right.
So he literally does use the power of friendship to fight the bad guys. Here, it's like it's not related explicitly to the character's personality, but in this episode it actually works because their friend just died and we have to carry on their will. It's like that thing I told Jazz after that interview, which I'm not going to go into, but yeah, it's like that. You got like it's like a person's will is immortal as long as it's carried on through another.
Right. I get you on that, but no, and so I like that, which I actually might as well just go ahead and review this episode. My likes and dislikes. I don't really have any Okay, if there's one thing that I do dislike, I actually there are people who I've seen and I actually kind of agree. I feel as if the pacing to this is a little too fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the pacing to the show of this whole arc, although I've enjoyed it from beginning to end with a few hiccups, it feels as if the pacing to this is just way too fast, and it's not giving me enough time to digest what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's my one problem with this episode as well, which now I'm realizing it's become a problem with the season thus far, is that the show needs to like slow down. Like, I'm not talking about giving me fillers. Don't give me fillers, but that make absolutely no sense. But like,
yeah, don't pat it out. This ain't the Game Awards.
Yeah, in case you guys don't know about the Game Awards, we just released a new episode of the Scrub Podcast. Listen to it, SoundCloud. Anyways, shameless plug. But no, I enjoy. But that's probably my only issue with the show, with this episode, and the show overall is just the pacing. It's honestly the same issue I have with Beast Morphers, the first half of season 2, but we'll talk about that on Ranger Podcast Live Saturday. But what I like that throughout the episode, the action, the fights tell the story. You feel the emotion of all these characters who just lost a comrade, a friend, and dare I say, family.
Mm-hmm.
I like Toma going straight up Goku, and then Rintaro going straight up Gohan. Like I like that. I like the energy that they had. Honestly, if there's one MVP throughout this whole episode, it's Ren. Ren's actor. I don't know his full name, but the guy who plays Kamen Rider Kenzan. Mm-hmm. I love his acting in this. I like. He doesn't have too much to say, but the way the way they gave him the way he says his dialogue and the way his character and the guy who's in the suit portrays it gives me a lot of raw energy. Like, you just lost a guy who's like a big brother to you, and I like that. I like that type of storytelling. And again,
it's like what I said with Rory D. Travis. It takes more than just like reciting a line. Like facial acting, like in non-speaking roles, plays a huge part. In fact, if you look at Star Wars prequels, like the best scenes with Hayden Christensen's are the ones where he's just not talking and his face does all the talking. And
Oh, yeah,
and yeah, I agree with you in terms of with Ren / Kenzan. Hayato Janaito. Yeah, a lot of the non-speaking lines speak for themselves, especially when the swords do all the talking.
Yes. And so, with that said, also, again, I said this on Twitter. I'm going to say it again. Rentaro has become my second favorite Kamen Rider in the show. I mean, y'all know who I rep right now. Y'all know I rep Kamen Rider Buster, but Kamen Rider Blade is now become one of my favorite Kamen Riders of the show thus far.
Mm-hmm.
I love how we're going more and more into what makes Rentaro. Yeah. And hopefully throughout the rest of the show we get to see more of that. And also no more slandering May. May has redeemed herself. May is everyone's best hype girl. And I cannot wait to see what they're going to do with her, because likely or not, they're going to make her Kamen Rider Espada. That's it. That's all.
Yeah. Well, first of all, it's not slandering; it's criticizing. But the thing is, there's less and less to criticize over time. It's like she's become less and less annoying as a character over time. And at first, it was partly because Kento became more and more annoying to the point where he's just worse than she was. But
Kento became Sasuke.
She as a character has been improving such that even with Kento gone, she's still a better character now than she was earlier on. And part of it is me wondering, maybe at first they just didn't know what to do with her, but now she has more purpose. And not even just holding a book, for the viewing globe aspect. No, she's actually contributing to Rentaro's growth as a character, and they work together hey, who knows if she does become Espada, good for her.
Right. I give this episode 9 out of 10. What about you?
9 out of 10. Okay. No, I agree with you about pacing issues. And one of the things that makes it most egregious, as I've said in the previous episode, is we basically had 3 episodes back to back that were just so repetitive of each other that you could literally cut 2.5. No, not 2.5. One, you could literally cut 1.5 of those 3 episodes and not lose anything from it. Aside from May becoming more tolerable, but that's part of what you can keep. And yeah, this episode felt a little bit rushed, but I like the individual content of this episode. And this actually goes into what I've talked about in the multi-part episodes of Beast Morphers, where individual scenes are great, but the pacing felt too rushed that they should split episodes at certain points. But here, it's not the same thing as Nickelodeon giving you a limit of 20 episodes, because here, you could have 45 episodes, you could have 53 episodes.
Real quick, imagine if they made a season like Kamen Rider that was 100 episodes.
They almost did.
Which one?
The first one.
How many episodes of OG Kamen Rider were there?
98.
Jesus Christ. So they turned it into an anime. Okay.
Yeah. The first season was 98 episodes. V3 was 50 episodes. X was 35. Oh, just watch our podcast from the beginning. You just skip to the end where we do the what's it called, the Kamen Rider files.
Yeah.
I always make that the first line in every episode because I feel like it's worth mentioning. So pacing is the biggest fault throughout the arc, the season, and the episode. And I think I hope that when they get to the second arc, when we get back in January, they're going to do a lot of improving. Again, I don't know how many episodes the first arc is going to be, maybe 15 or 16 because there's only like 2 weeks left in December, so it's either next episode will be the last one in the arc, or the one after it will be the last episode in the arc, probably. Right. And then we're gonna move on to arc 2 in January. But pacing is really rushed. But I like what I saw. I like how the writers were exchanging books, because that was part of the thing in episodes 3 and 4. And I love Rintaro's new form. I actually like it a little bit more than the Draconic Knight because of that transformation gimmick. But on the other hand, Draconic Knight looks a lot more distinguishable because it's gray with red. While this one, it's like it looks really, because it's all blue, it looks very similar to his Pegasus Lion Peter Pan form. But I'll say this, that thing looks so geometrically detailed that I don't know who I should feel a little more sorry for, a cosplayer's wallet or the guy who has to build that costume. But in June, if anyone happens to be wearing that Blade's King Lion form, please come see me. I would love to take a photo of you just to make a testament to whoever built that armor. I don't care if it's Anarchy. I don't care if it's next decade. Let me see that in real life. That said, the episode, I give it a 9 out of 10. It's pretty good. Still some flaws, but for what it is, it was pretty well done.
All right, then. So 9s across the board. And with that being, go check it out, guys. I don't know how you guys watch it, but we won't snitch. So, with that being said, Mike, you know what time it is, right?
Yes, it's time to read the comments.
Comment section time! What is up, Facebook and YouTube? How is everyone doing tonight? It is December 17th. We are about a week away from Christmas. And we want to thank you guys all around Morphin Network and around the Power Rangers community. Happy holidays. And I think this is the final night of Hanukkah, right?
Let me try to remember. I think it is. I don't know. I don't know. Because of COVID, I lost track. I'm going to be honest, though.
All right. But with that being said, guys, if you haven't yet, be sure to
actually, yes, I think it is the last night of Hanukkah. Let me check.
Okay, while you're checking, to Facebook and YouTube, to the new people who are watching, how's everyone doing? Hopefully you've had a great time listening to this episode. If you haven't yet, if you are on Facebook, be sure to like us and follow our page at Morphin Network. It's night 7. Okay, it's night 7 of Hanukkah. So
tomorrow's the last night.
Tomorrow is the last night. And on YouTube, if you haven't yet, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. And we just posted our interviews with Power Rangers Beast Morphin actors, Jazz, and do you say his last name? Because I can't
Jasmeet Budwalia and Rory D. Travis.
There you go. So please be sure to check those out. And if you enjoyed this episode of Kamen Rider Saber, be sure to comment down below. And come on, hit us with that triple like. And that being said, let's read some of these. Fox Ranger, what is up? Nice to be back, guys. What's up, Fox Ranger?
Yes, it is nice. And I see you got I see your new thing. You got the Mastodon, Saber-tooth Tiger, and Triceratops on the Tiger Zord.
Yep.
So you got 2 tigers. Well, technically, a Similodon is not a tiger, but okay, you got 2 felines in there.
The plug with RX Superstar, I agree. It was like Digimon armor. Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
I wonder, is that W for with or W for double? You'd like Kamen Rider double.
Oh my god!
I need to get back to this.
Anyways, but no, like it legit looked like Digimon armor. It like real talk. I would not be surprised if the showrunners were big fans of Digimon. So
I still go back to the whole Loemon and Jaeger Loemon thing.
Fox Ranger, have you guys played Battle for the Grid? We actually own Battle for the Grid. I own it on PS4, and I know Mike.
I have the Switch. Yeah, I still haven't played a Scorpina yet. So thus far, I still say that RJ is my favorite arcade character run.
Since Scorpina's out, I'm just gonna buy the season 3 pass because at that point there really is no reason for me to buy a character. If I'm just gonna get the pass. So I got the season 1 and season 2 pass. I'm just gonna buy the season 3 pass.
Yeah, you just want to wait for all 3 of them to be released.
Yeah, it's like Dragon Ball Fighter Z. I'm not gonna buy the new character. I'm just gonna wait until the season pass is done and then I'm gonna buy it. So
well, I just buy the season in advance and then just let them come in one at a time.
Right. I would love to see a fan-made Power Ranger battle of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers versus Psycho. Psycho Rangers would wash them. So
yeah. Plus, their powers are not comparable because Psychos are based off of Chaosian Rangers. So, like, I'd rather stick to Chaosian Rangers versus Psycho Rangers. It worked with Lost Galaxy because they changed the premise that they're in a space colony and it's team up episodes, so it still works.
Right. Captain RGD, what's up, Cap? When will the US get a new Kamen Rider series? All we got. Sorry about that.
Okay.
All we got is Dragon Knight and Mask Rider.
Like I said, like through many really long comments on Facebook, Instagram, podcasts, etc. Adapting Kamen Rider is going to be one of the hardest things anyone will ever do because, to be fair, Dragon Knight was good, but marketing ruined it. And I have to say, if you had a good marketing team, I could see it doing well, like on Hulu or specifically on Hulu or Netflix. Like with Netflix, it would have the best marketing because Netflix always promotes their shows. But the problem with Netflix is that they release things like 10 episodes at a time, 13 episodes at a time, or the whole series altogether. I don't want them to do a thing where you release one episode a week. That is something that Hulu, HBO, and Disney Plus actually get right. That is something I like. I wish Netflix would do this, especially with Pokemon Journeys. But I would say if they did adapt Kamen Rider again, like make it on Netflix, but release it one episode a week instead of in increments. And yeah, good marketing, toy sales. Toy sales are important. And again, ideally try to get the Wang brothers to to showrun so that it's done by someone who actually cares about the source material,
And once again, just make sure you get Steven Lunsford on it too. There you go.
Yeah. Let him have a cameo and Matt Mullins.
Here's a good question. I think we talked about this before. Which season of Kamen Rider would you want America to adapt? Do you want them to adapt like the earlier seasons that he said? Do you want them to adapt, or do you want them to adapt like something like 01 or Saber? Like once we get further into the Reiwa era.
Honestly, it would be really difficult because again, like there isn't a single season that you wouldn't have to. Where like you can't just like carbon copy it like freaking Power Ranger Samurai, like you have to make changes like Dragon Knight did to Ryuki. And honestly, I like Dragon Knight better. I would say
apparently a lot of Kamen Rider fans like Dragon Knight better than Ryuki from what I've seen.
Yeah, and I would honestly, I would have to say do what Power Rangers did and just like start off with 01 and work your way forward. If there's gonna be an anniversary season 20 years later, then you could bring in some like show on essay writers. But at this point, I'm like, as much as I would love to see adaptations of Drive, Build, O's, I just can't see it happening anymore. Like you're gonna have to start off with 01 and work your way forward and only forward. But honestly, what I'm more concerned about is Shout Factory. When are you going to bring other seasons to American release?
Yeah, like Kuga, OG Kamen Rider, Kuga, and Heisei Generations are the only things that are on Shout Factory on Tubi TV.
And we got that remake Amazons.
on Amazon Prime. Yeah,
and like for me, and I'd say okay, I understand like from going from the original Kamen Rider to Kuga because like you want to get the first of both seasons, but like going straight to the last movie in the Heisei era, it just seems like random out of left field. No one like because like taking yourself as someone who's never watched Kamen Rider beyond just seeing those 2 seasons that they did release on Tubi. Who the hell is Zio? Who the hell is Gates? Who the hell is Build? I don't know who these guys are. I mean, I know who they are, but from the perspective of me, watch Kamen Rider, who are these guys? Why should I give a damn about them if they have their own movie? And I'd say, like, at the very least, like, release V3 and Agito, then release X and Ryuki, and Dragon Knight, then release Amazon and
Before we go any further, no, Shout Factory, release Dragon Knight first, please. Get Kamen Rider Dragon Knight on Tubi TV, please, because people have asked me where can they watch Dragon Knight. I'm like, listen, you want to know how you watch Dragon Knight? You gotta go on Daily Motion or freaking YouTube, and you gotta look up this. Yeah, if you're lucky, you'll get the next. The 17 episodes after the first 17 episodes, you'll get the 17 episodes after the first arc going forward and going all the way to the finale on YouTube. But
and that respect for Steven Lunsford, he's like, you know what? Yeah, it does suck that people can only watch the show illegally, but I'm totally cool with them watching it illegally if it means that they're actually watching the show.
Exactly. So Shout Factory, get on it, please. Matter of fact, let us come in. We can help you. Just cut us our 10% checks, please. Anyways, my favorite Fox Ranger says my favorite Kamen Rider series is Kamen Rider Black. That's a good one.
Long, long ago, 20th century.
Captain RGD says, how many Kamen Riders have been girls or women? Well, I know Yaiba.
Hold on. I can actually make a definitive list for you. So, not counting Human Tackle because she's not a writer. Femme. Let's see. Lark. That one chick that trained Zanki. I forgot her name. Kivala.
Which seasons are these people from?
Okay. Femme is from Ryuki. Lark is from Blade, the movie. That one chick that trained Zanki is from Hibiki. Again, can't remember her name. Let's see. Kivala is from Decade, the second movie, even though she's a Kiva-themed writer. Then we got the second a White Wizard from the summer movie for Wizard, and then we got Malika. Then there is
who's Malika?
She's a peach chick from Gaim.
Okay.
Then you got the pink Necrom from who only appears in like 1 or 2 episodes of Ghost. I think there's another female one in the movie. I think she's yellow, but again, they're both just like recolors of Kamen Rider Necrom. There's Tokumaki Crisis from X-Aid, and then there's Tsukuyomi and no one else.
Wait, what about Home Chick from Kamen Rider Ryuki or Dragon Knight?
Yeah, I already counted her.
Okay, and did you count Home Chick from Forze?
Oh no, I forgot her. Yes. Yes, I can't believe I forgot Nadeshiko. Girlfriend goals.
Yeah, and you forgot one more person, Yaiba.
And yeah, Yaiba. I was only counting
Sakura from Kamen Rider Zero.
Yeah, so we got Yaiba. And I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know if we are going to count that one chick from the movie yet. But yeah, that's pretty much everyone.
Or like a new Kamen Rider movie? Oh no, we're counting her.
Yeah, from Realize.
We're counting her.
So that's all the female writers.
So that and so how many is that in total?
I lost count.
You forgot the count, bro.
Okay, hold on.
Anyways, while Mike is counting, we are done with the comment section, guys. Thank you so much. Once again,
we got more comments.
No, we don't. Oh wait, we do. Okay, hold up. It's Aiden. Hi, Aiden.
And just a bunch of Ninja Steel stuff.
Yeah, and steal for shot, slap steal. Oh hey. Yeah. We read we'll read one. We'll read one. Because I know you love Ninja Steel, but we can't always read quotes from Ninja Steel. But we'll read this one. It's Ninja Steel Megazord combined Ninja Spin. There you go. You can't always read Ninja Steel quotes, man. We know you like it, but we can't always read quotes from Ninja Steel. We're joking, Aiden. We thank you, bro. We do appreciate you for always watching our stuff, man. Meanwhile, while Mike is counting, I'm going to do
14.
the outro. 14. All right, cool. But thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you haven't, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe on YouTube, and be sure to follow us on YouTube. And you can always find out if you want more information. You can find us both on what? Mike, where can people find you, bro?
Yes. You could find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto, and you can find me on Instagram at chrono_just_cosplay.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at @TheReckless_Fox, YouTube Reckless_Fox, and find Amalay's game content on twitch.tv/RecklessFox right there. And I'll be live tonight after at the time I was recording myself and Mike will be doing our recording of Terminator, the first movie, because we're doing a retrospect of the entire Terminator franchise. And just be on the lookout for the T2 and T3 reviews coming next week. And for Genesis and Dark Fate before the end of the year.
And then at midnight tonight, when we finish our Genesis review, I'm going to be playing some more Kamen Rider Memory of Heroes.
We're talking about Terminator, not Genesis. What you talking about? We're talking about a good movie.
Oh, sorry, not Genesis. See, the timeline already screwed me up. It messed my memories.
Speaking of timelines, speaking of alternate realities, let's talk about mirrors in our new episode of the Kamen Rider Files. Until then, we'll see y'all next week. Bye-bye. Mike, hit it! Kyono Kamen Rider wa
Kamen Rider Ryuki.
Kamen Rider Ryuki aired on February 3rd, 2002 for 50 episodes.
Shinji Kito is an intern journalist who is investigating mysterious disappearances.
When he finds a mysterious card deck, he is pulled into a mirror world where victims are eaten by monsters that dwell there.
After being rescued by Ren Akiyama, Shinji forms a contract with a red dragon and becoming Kamen Rider Ryuki.
Now the two must fight 11 other riders in a battle royale. The last one standing gets one wish granted.
If Shinji does not fight, he will not survive.
See y'all next week. Bye.
Today's Morphin Network video is sponsored by Ranger Stop and Pop, which is March 5th to the 7th, 2021 in Atlanta, Georgia, and Ranger Stop Convention, which is now November 11th to the 14th, 2021 in Orlando, Florida. Go to rangerstop.com for more info.